All right. Hey guys. Sorry I had to do this pre-recorded because I have track practice after school today. Um, so just make sure that you watch this. I'm not exactly sure how Ms. Campbell has done it in the past, but I just want to go through Module 8 with y'all and look at some of these different assignments and things that we're going to look at. So first thing we're going to take a look at today is this final project exercise essay assignment. Now I know some of you have actually already finished this. Because I've graded some of them, and most of them look really, really good. Some of the biggest things when writing this essay is ensuring that you have enough evidence to back up your claim. All right. Most of you have done that. A few of you could use a little bit more evidence to substantiate why you're saying what you're saying. If your paragraphs consist of 1 to 2 sentences, it's probably that's not going to be enough. I'm not even going to say probably. That's just not enough. So as you come through here, just make sure that you choose one of the claims. All right. Number 1, number 2, number 3. And what we're kind of debating and arguing is aerobic versus anaerobic exercises. But it doesn't matter what side you pick as long as you can defend that side. So what I wanted to go through and look at is, okay, what is anaerobic versus aerobic exercise? So if we break down these words, okay, and I teach health science, so I like to look at the words and find out like, hey, what does that mean? So aero means air, okay, and bic, so bio means life or surviving, okay, and then the C, it just makes it an adjective. All right. So if we take a look at the word aerobic, okay, it means that we need air to grow, to survive, to support life. All right. Now, if we look at anaerobic, okay, the prefix an means without. Then we have aero, which is air. And we still have bi, or bi, or which refers to bio or bios, and that again means life or surviving. Okay, and then that C again makes it an adjective. So if we look at this, aerobic means we need air for those things to survive or to grow. And anaerobic means that we don't need air for those things to grow or to live. All right. There's certain things, certain aspects about our body. For example, bacteria inside our body. We have some bacteria that is aerobic bacteria that needs air to survive. Right. And then there's other things like anaerobic bacteria that doesn't need any oxygen to survive. So, but when we're talking about exercise, okay, aerobic exercise tends to be where we need a lot of oxygen, and exercises are going to last more than 2 minutes at a time. So some exercises that might be considered aerobic would be doing cardio workouts. So doing if you go for jogs for a while, or you're doing something and you're keeping your heart rate up for more than 2 minutes and you're breathing heavily, that would be considered aerobic. A lot of exercises that we do involve aerobic. Now, what are some exercises that would be anaerobic? Okay, so anaerobic exercises would be something along the lines of like weightlifting. Okay, short periods of time that we're not really gathering tons of oxygen. All right, some sprinting could be considered anaerobic because you're not going for a very long time. If you think of like the 100-meter dash or a 40-yard dash, you're really your body isn't using oxygen the same way as if you're going for a jog around the track or a couple times around the track. So, anaerobic, short periods of time, doesn't need a whole lot of oxygen to get the gains or to grow in certain ways. So, if we exercise aerobic, we get different results than if we exercise anaerobically. So, just some things to consider when you're looking up your claims. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to go over, right? After you do that, you've submitted, make sure that you have that. Make sure you go to the scheduling final tests and locations. Um, all right. Proctored exam information. Okay. Getting ready for it. Make sure you read through. Um, Getting through. Here's that link again to schedule your final exam. It's password protected. It needs to be taken with a proctor. All right. The final exam is worth a third of your entire grade. So if you got 100% on everything else, you could only max out at 66% in this class if you did not take the final exam. So all of the questions are from quizzes in the course content. So if you have the you can have access to review those quizzes. Um, Hopefully, Miss Campbell has given you those rights to access that. So you cannot take the final at home or use note cards. So make sure that you're aware of that. And just make sure you follow these directions. If you are still confused afterwards, please feel free to reach out to me and let me know. All right. And I can help maybe guide you to the correct location or where to find stuff. Okay. So I'll post this right in here that you'll find. Okay. And then you're just fill out this short survey and we should be good and ready to go. Um, so for today's discussion, all right, just I want you to write down something that perhaps you didn't know before, or give me some information about maybe which type of exercise you do prefer aerobic exercise or anaerobic exercise. Okay, so thanks, guys. Hopefully we can finish strong. All right, quarter's ending, and so let's make sure we get our stuff in, and I will do my best to grade it promptly each day. All right, so that you guys can have an accurate idea of what your final grade will be. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.